Three, two, one.
Hey, there's a poem I'd like to talk about today. It's a short prose poem written by Baudelaire called "A Hemisphere in Your Hair." Charles Baudelaire, a 19th century French poet, art critic, and thinker, is one of the most significant representatives of realism poets who articulated the commitment to contemporaneity and paid much attention to representing contemporary life in his time. This poem is selected from his prose poem collection, Paris Spleen, published in 1869. In Paris Spleen, the contemporary world in his time was depicted not only love and beauty, but also evil, sin, solitude, and social pathologies. After meticulous questioning the nature of beauty in Romanticism, Baudelaire took a pioneering step to modernism by reversing people's aesthetic concept from a dualism perspective toward beauty to a more intricate and diverse appreciation of beauty. In Romanticism, sublime culture was more of a myth admired by poets. Beauty and ugliness, good and evil were binary oppositions with clear boundaries when poets considered the use of symbolic images. What Baudelaire did in his work was to break these boundaries down and make these content elements altogether, letting readers know the beauty is not only totally made up by beautiful things, it can also be made up of evil and ugly things. Beauty can be a facade and shameful too, like Adorno mentioned that to write lyric poet after Auschwitz is barbaric. However, it can preserve mercy and warmth of our heart in the contemporary world. I like this poem because it is so beautiful that it makes hair that we take it for granted more special, and it also broadens my recognition of the symbolic meaning of hair by appreciating it from a new perspective. Okay, so now let's start from the title. A hemisphere in your hair. Everybody has hair except for the bald. The head is like a round ball that is divided into two half rounds by hair. And we like to see a beautiful lady from the front so that we can see her beautiful face clearly. But Baudelaire sees from the back of her hair through another hemisphere of her head. So the hemisphere indicates both the different perspectives to appreciate the beautiful lady and also the duality of the lady's beauty. Now let's come to the first three stanzas. In these stanzas, he eagerly breathes the fragrance of her hair, like a thirsty man, and tries to weave it like a scented handkerchief to stir memories in the air. The hair, regarded as music and water of spring, combines its feelings, visual sensation, and auditory sensation together to show the charm of her hair. By soft use of synesthesia, word of spring, a symbolic meaning often used in Romanticism, and handkerchief, the productions of industrial society, are altogether used to describe the woman's hair in a swiftly shifted but fluid and fluent transition, which preserves the tradition of Romanticism and develops it by committing to contemporaneity. Now let's have a look at the fourth and fifth stanza. In her hair he sees the whole dream, the sea that transforms him into a place with fruits and leaves and human skin perfume in the air, which is a lovely place. However, in another aspect of her hair, he sees a harbor teeming with melancholic sounds with lasting men, artificial ships, and enormous sky. Here can be as beautiful as a dream, meanwhile melancholic and evil. Beauty and lust, enjoyment and the melancholy, artificial creatures and enormous nature all harmoniously coexist in Baudelaire's poem. Beauty lies in not only beautiful things, but also lasting and evil things. It lies in perfection and also imperfection. In these two stanzas, Baudelaire points out the evil sides of beauty, and he willing to accept that because of his love to the beautiful lady. In the sixth stanza, he still remembers the languors of petty moments they spent together that were triggered by the touch when he caresses her hair. These moments are infused in her hair in different settings. The beauty of her hair is unlike a portrait painting, but a touchable and rich reality containing mundane moments as long hours lying, petty surprises as pots of flowers, and bitterness as cooling water jars. Then, after caresses the hair, he feels the heat of her hair like the burning hers with passion, affection, and warmth, within which he can breathe the fragrance of tobacco tinged with opium and sugar. Her hair is as addictive as drugs with the aroma of tobacco and mature temperature, and it is also as sweet as sugar with loveliness and innocence. The complexity of her personality and his fondness are reflected in the sentence by the diverse fragrance. Then he comes to the color of her hair, as black as night, from which he also gleams the sheen of the blue in infinite tropics. In a finite version of her hair, he sees the tropics blue infinity, which brings the extension in space and the transcendence of their relationship in a broader landscape. But their love is not all about infinity. There is a shore to land on, where he can intoxicate and get drunk with the smell of musk and tar used in luxurious perfume and edible coconut oil. Her hair provides him with the infinity to a distant place, and also a shore to rest and indulge in. In the last stanza, he eagerly planned to bind the black and heavy tresses. Her hair can be smelled and touched in the previous stanzas, and now it can be eaten. With the gradually increased intimacy of his interaction with her hair, we can see their love and lust uh, is increased, and also we can see the well organization of Baudelaire's poems. Then he connects the bites with memories by mentioning the elastic and rebellious of her hair. Elastic hair that can be entrained and reshaped associated with freedom and obedience on counter to the rebellious temper embodied in her hair. Thus, the elastic and rebellious unfold the tension in her relationship, representing an authentic state of their relationship, free from the uh, dichotomy of obedient and rebellious. I like this poem because it is so beautiful, and the frequent use of contradictory images reflect Baudelaire's deep recognition of the complexity of the beauty and the diversity of his lover's personality. Furthermore, it shows Baudelaire's comprehensive understanding of beauty and human nature. Hope you also enjoy this poem, and that's it. Bye bye.